about my thoughts on something that is weighing heavy on my heart. And that is not all black men. There's one black man I respect that's out there making some noise. Taz exclusive, shout out to him. The reason why I felt like it was necessary to do a shout out is because, like, we know that it's not all black men, this and that. We know it's not all, but there's not enough black men speaking in black women's behalf. And Taz has a black wife. I actually had got on one of her shows, but I personally didn't have the greatest experience on her show because she just wouldn't let me speak before she assumed she thought I knew what I was actually saying. So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But her husband, Taz, yes, I feel so bad for the very, very, very few black men who get it. And Taz is one of those very few. I mean, I'm telling you, I want to say the only one in the world. He's like almost the only one in the world is speaking up and trying to figure out, you know, what kind of noise we need to make in behalf of the plight of our community because black people are so spiritually behind and they just really are spiritually stunted that they don't know that this shift, that this new world order is not including them if they don't divest from the community. Period. Because there's not enough black men like Taz to be able to redeem this community. It's just not. And it's sad, but it's the truth. So that's why it's so urgent for black women to understand and black men who understand that there's a time limit, there is an ultimatum for you to divest out of this community because it's about to be hell. Y'all think it's funny. COVID, that was about population control. And black people don't understand that they're the main ones dying. And it's like, at this point, I can't even feel bad because you're being stupid at this point. It's too many ways to communicate across this world that you don't utilize it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time to step out the box. We have platforms that spread countries wide, worldwide, and there's a literal problem with our community. And you're not gonna say nothing. You're not gonna step outside the box to say something. Like the black community is so weak. Don't nobody really stand for nothing in this community. And I'm passionate about that because I'm an athlete and I hate losing. And the black community is a losing team. I can't stand it. Only one black man is out here on these YouTube streets trying to be a man, essentially. Because let me tell you why, another reason why I feel so bad for Taz, because he really is hurt by how he looks. He's hurt about how he actually looks in this community. Need something? So it sucks if you are actually a black man and you really want to do something because you care about yourself and your self image. He has a black wife. He takes care of his wife. I mean, I don't know these people from Adam, but you have to have some type of emotional intelligence and be able to see people because people don't finesse the system too much. Like people become habitual liars. So you have to it's evolution to start to be able to read in between the lines of people to see whether they're lying or not. Like there was some people who really thought me and my baby daddies was staged because they didn't understand the emotional intelligence behind the situation going on that clearly didn't look fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the people who understood that I wasn't faking helped me. You know what I mean? Yep. Yep. Right. It's so simple. Divest from wickedness and invest in righteousness. That's the only way at this point. This world has gotten too demonic. So you have to learn how to be some type of righteous. And back to what I was saying about Taz feeling bad for him is because there really isn't no real pro-black people. Like, black people are not pro-black. And it's like a whole like mind fuck. This really is. And if you do not understand that you've been bamboozled by your own people and not the white man, by your own people, since the white man got us, other people that look like us sold us into slavery. And it's still going on today. So if you do not divest, you ain't even gonna have no chance in hell, because it's too much of us in poverty. It's too many misunderstandings. It's too many murders. It's too many molestations and rapes. It's too many. Like, it's not gonna sustain if you don't get some intelligence about yourself and start utilizing the internet and stop being scared of the internet. It's not gonna do nothing to you. You should be scared about your next door neighbor if you live in Blackistan, for real. Hell, not we won't even go house. Your mama, your brother, your son. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch out for the people in your whole house, because the black community is so tainted and riddled with demons. Period. And I was just trying to talk to the father of my kids from instead of going down to his level, I just kept my vibration up, and I had a conversation with him like, do you understand how dumb the black community is and that you are subscribing to it? And it was too hard for him to get mad because I didn't go at his level and be like, you dumbass bitch ass nigga, da, 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 da. Like, instead of coming at him like that, I just talked to him like I usually talk to normal people, not black people for the most part, but people, regular people. And I just stayed on that vibration, and we didn't argue. He had to think. You got to make these dumbass niggas think. I don't know what white agents you're talking about. I really don't understand that, because like I said before, people been selling each other out for decades. I mean millenniums. So even if there is white people not in our favor, they're still the least of our problems. And I wish black people would understand that. White people are fine without, like, they're fine without us. Trust me, they're replacing us by the numbers. If you're smart and you actually cared about what was going on in the economy, you would see that they're replacing particularly people of color with robots. That's how much they don't care about us being on this earth, because we're too behind spiritually, mentally. The only thing is we got the physical down. Well, what do you know? All that slaving around, yeah, we got developed bodies, but the mind and the spirit is behind. That's why I'm doing my life coaching, because people need to understand that you are a spirit. And if you don't understand that now, you're dumb. You are absolutely behind. If you don't understand that we are spirit first, that we're spiritual beings, we're not religious. You got to learn to know the definitions between religious and spiritual. And religion is not a good thing, because religion is very biased and hypocritical, but spirituality is in unison. Like, we all understand good and bad. That spirituality, you know what you're doing when you're doing something wrong, you know when you're doing something right. And we can't continue to be dumb and act like that's not real. Like, not all black men. Like, man, shut up. Too many of them to even say not all black men, and that it's a problem. It's a problem if you want to thrive if you're black. Do you want to be broke? Do you want to struggle? Do you want to be able to, for your wealth to last for more than one generation? Like, I'm just tired of being on the losing team. It's so annoying. Hey, can I get that clear up? Yeah. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, because I gotta go get my babies. So you say it's cold? Yeah. All right, bye y'all. Love y'all.